All right. Well, everyone, my name is Zach, and I met a lot of you over the weekend, but for those of you who don't know me, I've been Adam's best friend for about 23 years now. 23 years is a number we don't like to use very often because when we work the numbers backwards, it turns out we're a lot older than we think we are. And being friends with 23 years, the remarkable part isn't that we've gotten along for 23 years. The remarkable part is that over those 23 years, neither one of us has gotten the other one hurt to the point where we weren't allowed to be friends anymore. After knowing Adam for 23 years, I feel like I can predict and understand what kind of decision he's going to make when it comes up. I know that every time Apple releases an iPhone, I'll get either a text message, not an iMessage, or a phone call telling me that his phone had the same feature 2 years ago. I know that if someone were to ask him who his favorite James Bond actor is, I know what he'll say. I know his response if someone asked him if it can still be a sports car with an automatic transmission. And I certainly know that he does not think that the new MacGyver should be on television. Well, more recently and more importantly, I could have told everyone today we'd be here celebrating their marriage because of the first phone call Adam had with me after he met Mary Ellen. Within 10 minutes on the phone, I knew he had found his soulmate, and I knew his life was changed forever. Every conversation after that was filled with such enthusiasm, intensity, and determination for your futures together. Today was really just bound to happen. For 23 years, I've been blessed to call you my friend and my family, and I'm so fortunate to be able to say the same for you now. I wish you both the best future, and I'm so excited to be a very small part of that moving forward. Cheers to you both.
Okay, Uncle Grant says you're going to whistle for this one. Well, much like what Zach had to say, when I first... It's not a mic. I'll start again. So much along what Zach had to say, when we first met Adam, it was actually a smaller version of what the Corbett side of the family might call an off-year reunion. But except it was the Genstler side for us, and we were celebrating, I'm thinking it was Danny's graduation. Both my cousins Danny and Josh graduated within a couple weeks of each other. And we all went down to California to celebrate this graduation. And some of you will most likely remember when Byron was speaking, he alluded several times to backyard projects, but what he didn't do is actually explain what this means. So a large number of the Genstler crew shows up in California for what we think is a celebration of Danny's graduation. However, what it actually turns out to be is Mary Ellen's secret plan to have us all show up and come and help her with her backyard projects. And this is not really just any backyard project. Mary Ellen has taken what used to be my old house, and I'll be honest, I pretty much failed in the landscaping department when I lived there, and she has completely transformed it. And the weekend that I met Adam, we all met Adam, the project of the hour was, how shall I put it? I guess the short version would be pizza oven. The long version was pouring the electric blue concrete countertop for the full-on outdoor kitchen that she was working on. Oh yes, and she'll tell you what's in this countertop.
Well, Adam had this great idea when he first came over, because I was just pouring the countertop for the kitchen. He's like, you should put some fiber optics in that. And I said, fiber optics? And then I said, shoot. So I went later that night, Googled fiber optics and concrete. I was like, oh man, this stuff is cool. So then I started, man, how am I going to do this? And he, of course, doesn't have any idea how. He just has the idea.
That's all that's needed.
So yes, there we were pouring concrete with fiber optics in it.
So the next thing I know, we have spent a good afternoon with Adam working on this concrete with fiber optics coming up left and right. The whole family was involved. We were mixing cement and pouring dye and smoothing it out. And what I noticed is that Adam just fit right in like nobody else before. He was in the middle of it. He was having a good time. He was offering suggestions, problem solving, because let's be honest, none of us had ever poured a concrete countertop, let alone one with fiber optics in it. So it was really at that point that I thought to myself, I think we might have a keeper here. So Adam, welcome to the family, and to my dear sister who you are one of my dearest friends, and you always will be. I love you so much, and I'm so glad to have such a fantastic man joining our family today. Thank you. All right.